Hey folks, Free Play Frank. I got baby goats for you. I got so much footage of baby goats this year that I'm gonna have to divide tonight's video into 2 parts. And then later I'm gonna play a cool song by James Taylor, Your Smiling Face. Alright, let's go. We got 3 little babies born today. It's almost 6 o'clock. They were born at about 3 o'clock. And all 3 of them had colostrum already. This one looks kind of weak. The 2 white ones are boys and the brown one is a girl. So I'm going to make sure that they get enough colostrum. I'll put iodine solution on their umbilical cord and give them a small injection of LA200 antibiotic just to make sure that they don't get navel ill. That's when bacteria enters through the umbilical cord. Okay, it's day 2 now. It's in the afternoon. Came down here at midnight before I went to bed and checked on them. They were all doing okay. Came down at 7 o'clock this morning. Again, they were all doing okay. So I gave Mom 8 mil of Valbazin wormer. You always worm your does after they have babies because the stress of having the babies can make their parasite load go up. Yeah, that's right, sweetheart. I know. I know. And I brought her a pail of water with molasses in it. They like that. The molasses helps replenish the iron and the vitamins. Yes, we know, sweetheart. You see the little sweethearts there? They're all sleeping. They've all been nursing. One was a little weak on the back end. He had trouble standing up with his back legs. That usually means selenium deficiency. So I gave him a half a cc of selenium, and then all 3 of them got 3/4 of a cc of LA200 antibiotic to prevent navel ill. So we'll check on them again soon. Alright, so it's 5 days later now, and the one that was a little bit weak made a good recovery. They're all nursing good. Hi, sweetie. Doing very well. And we have 2 more in here. These were born the next day. And this is that plump doe, very plump doe with the 2 black lines on her face. So she had 2, 1 boy, 1 girl. And then we have this speckled doe here. She had 2 the same day, 1 boy and 1 girl. And they're doing all fine, no problems with either of these 2. And this is Angel. We all know Angel. And she wasn't feeling so good, so we gave her a bunch of worm medicine and various other medicine. We'll talk more in depth about her on another video. She's doing better now. My friend loaned me that coat for her. Keeps them warm. It's a really good idea to have if the goats aren't doing that well, if they're sick. And it's cold out, you put that coat on. It's not cold now, but it has been freezing at night the last couple nights. I put the salt lick in there with her so that she can lick the salt lick and get some more nutrients. And then we have this brown and white doe, and she's got 2 little babies too. They're inside that tote there. You can see them or not. 1 boy and 1 girl. Here's Beatrice. She's almost due any day now. She's huge. They don't have diarrhea. It's just because it's wet and muddy out. That's why they're all yucky like this. But yeah, she'll probably have babies the next day or 2. And then this little sweetheart here, she had this one yesterday. And she couldn't have it on her own. It was a breech. I could barely get 1 leg out. And I had to hold on to her and help her have it. I had to fish the other leg out slowly and then get the head out. And it doesn't look like a very big baby now. I'll move over here and see a little bit better. You know, that baby doesn't look that big, but she only had one, and it's her first time having babies, so that baby's head was so huge she couldn't push the baby out by herself. So I had to keep, every time she did a contraction, I would pull gently on her front legs, and then I ended up having to get my hand inside there and work around her head to try to free it up inside there and make it expand the inside of her slightly and make enough room. And finally I got her head to pop out, and then it was downhill after that. As soon as the head comes out, they just roll right out of there. And so far this little one's doing quite well. I made sure that she nursed. I came and checked her like 4 or 5 times yesterday, and she's doing quite well. She's a little girl. And I'm probably gonna have to give this mom a shot of antibiotics just because I had my hand in there and my hands weren't dirty, but you know how that goes. Like, you always want to err on the side of caution. The antibiotics won't hurt them if they're not sick. And another thing I do this year is all the babies, they get about 3/4 of a cc LA200 antibiotic when they're born. And because they get a thing called navel ill, and that's from bacteria that gets in through where their umbilical cord's attached. So if you give them that shot of antibiotic when they're born, that kills that. And then the umbilical cord will crust over the first day, and then it seals up, and then they won't get any more. But it makes a big difference. I did that last year with a couple, and one of them's still going strong. The other one, unfortunately, passed from some other issue that I'll go into in another video. But I think it's a good idea to do it, especially when you don't have clean facilities. Like, I put all fresh wood chips and stuff in here when I put them in here, but my place is far from clean, and you know, your place is probably the same. And they are okay with living in less than ideal conditions. I mean, we can't have them like in a palace, you know. It is a barn, and they are animals, and they do live outside, you know. But that's one precaution that another YouTuber was doing, and they said it works real good for them, so now I'm doing it too. We got one more little girl over here. Oh, who's this? Just born this morning. Look at you, little sweetheart. Oh my goodness, look, you're walking already. You were just born maybe like 2 hours ago, and she's already dry. And that's Ashley. Ashley had 2. There's the other one there. She had them just in the last 2 hours, or 2.5 hours, because you didn't have them this morning when I came to feed them. It's around 2 o'clock now, so take a look at this other little one over here. This one's a boy. Let me see your little face. Kind of hard to see in here because it's dark, but oops. Okay. Look at your little face. Aren't you ever sweet? You are so sweet. I just love them when they're this age. Well, I came in last night to do the evening feeding, and Beatrice was down in that corner there and with one baby on the ground. And by the time I got done doing the feeding, she had 2 babies on the ground. So I got this stall ready for her and put her in here for the night. When I came down here in the morning, she had 4 babies. 2 boys and 2 girls. And this is the first time that I've had a goat on the farm here that had 4 babies. So this is, we're going to be having to keep an eye on making sure that they're all nursing properly. But she's a huge goat, and she's got lots of milk, so I'm sure she'll be able to keep up with their milk supply long enough so that they get strong. Oh, one goat didn't come for food this morning, so I was looking for her. And oh, what's this? See, this beautiful alpine doe had 2 babies. These were born real early this morning. It's already around noon, so They're already standing up and they're dry and they're both nursing already. She's a big goat too. She's got lots of milk and she eats lots and she's healthy. So I think we'll be all right with these two. Look at that little face. Let me see your face, sweetheart. Yeah. Gotta get a stall ready for her now. Found this little baby this morning. It was born fairly recently outside in the cold and it's snowing out, so he's way too cold and wet. So I'm gonna dry him off. I got him by the wood stove. I'm gonna dry him off with a towel and I'm gonna warm him up with a hair dryer now. Yeah, I've done this before. I just get their body temperature up, otherwise they can't nurse. You just gotta get their body temperature up so if they're sitting up and moving around, and then take her back to her mom and get her to nurse. Another way you can do this is you can put the baby in a bag that doesn't leak and use the face out and put them in a sink with hot water. With warm water like you wash dishes with, and that'll warm them up pretty quick. Okay, it's been about probably 35 minutes, 40 minutes, and pretty warm here now. He's alert now, so getting a stall ready in the barn for his mom. So taking him down there in a couple of minutes here. Okay, well, these are about 10 days old now. You see all three of them? They're all taking their turns on two tits. They're doing quite well. And then, see, this stall here is not fixed properly. This is all temporary. I'm renovating the barn, so I gotta fix these stalls properly. But this doe here, this one's about a week now, or 8 days now. And see, her two babies are pretty good. They got out of their stall, but they've already been outside today. They're doing quite well. I'm not worried about them being out here. Everybody's so noisy in here. How's this sweetheart doing? Yeah, very well. This is another one. Babies are 8 days old. She wants to eat the camera. I can't show you the babies. Here. There they are. Here's another one here. These two are about 8 days old too now. 8 or 9 days old. There's Mommy. And here's Beatrice with her 4. There they are. There's 3 of them there in the container. And one laying down right there. See, they're all taking turns on 2 tits. So just gotta watch, make sure that everybody gets some. So they're all doing all right. The little brown one there is the smallest one, I think. But they're not weak. Isn't that right, sweetheart? Go across here now. This darling one here with her single baby. Still doing quite well. And we got this lovely alpine doe in here with her too. Doing quite well. Well, here's Ginger's 2 little babies that were born this afternoon while I was out working. And see the little sweethearts there? They're only about maybe an hour old. Nice little sweethearts. See, I like your little sweethearts, Ginger. So we're gonna have to get you a room ready. There, I got Ginger and her babies in the stall here, just Mickey Mouse all this wood together to make stalls for all my mums with their babies on short notice, because we're undergoing a renovation on the barn right now and it's not done yet. So we only need to do this for about 3 weeks, and then we're gonna make a space where all the babies can go to stay warm. I'll show you that on another video. Oh, Princess had 2 this morning. Had this one here. Which one here? This tan colored one here was born at about 11 o'clock, and it's 1:30 now. And this other one here was born, that's out behind, is born slightly after that. They look like they're doing all right. Got them inside. I put her in here last night. And he's just a new baby. Remember, he only born like maybe an hour ago, not even. So he'll be all right. This one's already up. It's already up. And Princess is doing very well this year. Last spring she had 1 baby, but it was stillborn. And the only thing I can figure there is either she got wormed when she was already pregnant, and I didn't realize she was pregnant, as that happens sometimes. It's really, really hard to tell when a goat's pregnant before the udder starts to show and so on. The only real way to tell is to ultrasound them. There's one vet in my area that does it. But there's another YouTube channel where they actually managed to get their own ultrasound machine, so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get a hold of my own, but I'm in Canada, so I don't know how much luck I'm gonna have there. But anyways, looks like she's doing real good this year. These 2 little darlings, look, that one's up again, look. I'm not gonna have any trouble with these 2. They'll find the milk on their own. And I'll come in here in a while when they're dried off, and I'll give them their antibiotic and squirt their umbilical cord with iodine spray. This little La Mancha doe had 2 babies 2 nights ago. And where are they? I'm going to show them to you. These are just the most adorable little things. Okay, let me show everybody your babies, sweetheart. Where are they? There they are. Look at those little darlings, look. Look how sweet they are. Look how sweet they are. And then there's that doe there with her 2 doing well. Ashley over there with her 2 are doing well. And I can't remember whether I showed you princesses or not. But here's Princess. Here's 2 babies there. They're doing well. They're about 4 days old now, something like that. I have so many, I can't keep track of it. I'm writing it all down though, but you know how that goes. But they sure are adorable when they're this age. You know, some of them are running around already. They're a week old, so I'm waiting for it to get a little bit nicer out. It's still too cold out. I want to let the mums out for the day and get all the babies in one stall. That's what I'm waiting for. And here's Scarlet, and she had a little girl 2 nights ago. There she is. So the problem with Scarlet is, you can see underneath there, you can see her teats, how far down they hang. They hang almost to the ground sometimes. We get so much wet, muddy weather around here that when she had the baby, her teats were all muddy. So I had to get a warm rag of water and clean them off before the little one could nurse. So I gotta put that one on there and make sure that she's nursing. Looks a little bit weak there, standing there like that. And here's the one that I brought in the house to warm up. That's 2 nights ago now. Here's her mom. See, he's doing well. I got him on there. I had to put him on the teats because he didn't know where they were. She's a first-time mom, so. But he's doing well now once you get him warmed up. I've had that before. It's not my first time finding a baby outside all night. And you warm them up, and then you can't feed them when they're cold. If their body temperature is too low, you can't feed them or give them a drink or when they're cold, because it just won't work. It could even kill them. So you gotta warm them up first, and then you get them to nurse or feed them. Here you got Scarlet's little one nursing now. Kind of hard to show because it's so tight quarters in here, but probably the other side, and I can show you from that side. See that little one nursing? That's good. I like that. Whenever I see your smiling face, I have to smile myself because I love you. Yes, I do. When you give me that pretty little pout, it turns me inside out. There's something about you, baby, I don't know. Isn't it amazing a man like me can feel this way? Tell me how much longer does it grow stronger every day? Oh, how much longer? I thought I was in love a couple of times before with the girl next door, but that was long before I met you. Now I'm sure I won't forget you. Now I thank my lucky stars that you are who you are, and not just another lovely lady sent down to break my heart. Isn't it amazing a man like me can feel this way? Tell me how much longer does it go stronger every day? Oh, somebody tell me. No one can tell me I'm doing wrong. Whenever I see you smile at me, no one can tell me I'm doing wrong today. Whenever I see you shine everything my way, no one can tell me I'm doing wrong today. Whenever I see you smile at me, nobody, no, darling, come on. Night, everybody.